It's just that simple. Now, I'm taking something very, very, very complicated and I'm simplifying it down to some really simple stuff. So, if some of you that are listening to this are lifetime studiers like I am, you'll know that I'm not taking the time out to get the mass, intricate complication of what is it to be a human experience, or what is it to be a human soul, spirit, mind, and body. But what I'm doing instead is I'm trying to get it simplified and boiled down to some graspable piece that any average thinking American can actually bite into and get something out of, get some nutrient fortification from. So if you're like me, you'll understand why I'm doing, and you'll understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, rather. So back to the question, what are we as human beings, and how does this play into the idea of the war that rages between light and darkness? We are dualistic beings. We have a higher self and we have a lower self. Our lower self is animal. It's our animal selves. These are animal passions. This is our lower self. It wants to govern. Anyone with kids knows this really, really well. The lower self wants to govern. It's kind of like, give me what I want, when I want it. And I want it now. And I will do whatever I have to do, including throw the worst tantrum you've ever seen to try and control the situation so that I can get what I want, how I want, and when I want, and I want it now. And, you know, whether you're 3 or 83, you could still be operating through this. Because this is our lower selves. It's designed into us this way. There's nothing we can do about the design. We are not God. After all, God designs. Humans design human things, but humans cannot design human beings. Human beings have a designing quality built within them, but it is not self-created. The quality comes from a creator, not, okay, I whipped this quality out of thin air by myself. No, you didn't. You didn't design the intricate design of the brain and the other systems that work within you. Come on. And you certainly didn't evolve to be this intricate and this complicated all through some primordial goop. That just didn't happen. You know, and if you want to slam me for saying that, I don't really care, because it's craziness, it's foolishness, it's indoctrination of the worst kind. It makes people take their eye off the ball and lose track of who and what they are, and this is terrible because of the war that rages. But it's also in place because of the war that rages. And when I say that, I'm saying to get you to take your eye off the ball, to get you to drop your guard and to diffuse your thinking, to understand that, well, the whole thing is just an accident and we're nothing but glorified animals. Believe me, that is a brainwashing that is designed by beings. And we're not talking about creative beings. We're not talking about beings of light. We're talking about other beings. But it's designed to get people to think that way. And it's been going on for a long time. So, welcome to planet Earth. Okay, let me get back to this. I'm getting deviated from the point. The other part of the nature we have is the divine nature. This is the higher self. The intellect is sort of tied to this one, but not the intellect alone. I mean, you can meet somebody with 27 PhDs and they could be unenlightened fools and sanctimonious, pompous Buttheads or Beavises, whatever the case is. So, it's not the intellect alone, but it is the higher self that is tied to the creative life force. That would be light, big L light, capital L light. So we have these dual souls. We have these dual aspects of our being. And this is how we're designed. I mean, after all, we are on this planet for a reason. And there are other things where I talk about the reason we're on this planet. I'm not going to go into it here because, frankly, it just sucks up too much time. I'm trying to get you to see something else here. But the war that rages between light and darkness is part of the human experience. To be designed in such a way that you have a dualistic existence, one lower self, one higher self. And I could go into many kinds of different religious terms, both Eastern and Western, both pagan and Christian, whatever, but it all is going to mean the same thing. Okay, so I'm not going to do that because it's too darn complicated, and I don't want to take you into one side or the other. I just want you to see this for what it is, okay? This is just raw energy like solar energy, and if you want to turn it into a weapon of war, that's up to you. If you want to turn it to power your house, that's up to you.